The coin I want to talk about in this video, I believe if you own 100 of these coins, you will become a millionaire in just a few crypto cycles or even potentially 5 to 10 years, but you have to start buying this coin right now. And the coin I want to talk about in this video is Solana. So how is Solana going to make you a millionaire in just 5 to 10 plus years? Well, I'm going to break down in this video 3 main reasons why Solana could do this, but you need to start DCAing right now before prices go too crazy. So the first reason is that Solana is basically a better version of Ethereum, and Ethereum is currently the second coin in the world right now and has been the second coin for basically the last 4 years of crypto's existence. And basically, Solana is just designed, it's the same thing as Ethereum, except Solana is faster than Ethereum. So the transactions on Ethereum when you swap on chain are way faster and a lot lower cost than what Ethereum is. If you swap on Ethereum for a coin that's like $100, you're swapping from an Ethereum token to, let's say, a meme coin, well, you could pay anywhere from like 5 to 20% fees depending on the transactions that are going on right now. That's just the network cost of Ethereum. However, for Solana, if you swap a coin, $100 of a Solana token to a meme coin on Solana, well, you may pay like pennies to the dollar, so less than 1% fee for those transactions, which may not seem big when you're doing small transactions, but if you're transacting like $10,000 from a meme coin then back into Solana or to USDT, well, instead of losing like 5 to 10%, like $500 to $1,000, you may only lose like $10 to $20 of the cost and the fees when you transact. So the cost and the speed are huge. Like when you transact on Solana, within seconds, the transaction goes through. On Ethereum, not only are you paying higher fees, but I remember one time, even for myself personally, I went to go swap a meme coin, and it took like 1 to 2 hours before the swap even went through. I was getting nervous if my transaction even went through, if I had the wrong contract address, or if I lost the money. So those are just two main things that Solana proves it is a better ecosystem than Ethereum, and why everyone just loves Solana. And to give even more proof of why Solana is more favored than Ethereum nowadays, well, everything on chain, because of the low fees and the faster transactions, like all these meme coins and just all coins in general, if I go to Dex Screener, on the left side, it'll tell you what network the token is on. So on Dex Screener, you can literally see that majority of these tokens are all Solana. That's the purple S that you see. Even BNB has more coins in the top 100 right now than Ethereum. Even if I scroll right down, Base even has some coins on here, but it's literally all Solana network. I haven't even seen one Ethereum yet. I've even seen Polygon over Ethereum. And yeah, the top 100 coins on Dex Screener right now, these are coins that are being built on chain, is basically, I would say like 70% of this is all Solana, and maybe another 10% like BNB, another 10% base, not one Ethereum token. And remember, Ethereum is the second largest coin in the world right now. So with all this stuff going on chain, everyone's building on Solana. Even Trump's meme coin, that was built on Solana. So what do people have to do? They had to buy the Solana token to then buy Trump's coin, and all the profits, they just bought back Solana. So Solana's network, everyone is trying to build on it. No one's trying to build on Ethereum anymore to worry about all those fees. Solana is the new layer one that everyone is using. And the second reason why Solana could make you a millionaire is just because the price of Solana is just so much cheaper than Ethereum right now. And I'm not talking about the USD price, because obviously Ethereum is at 4,300 and Solana is only at $200. I'm really talking about the market cap, guys. And that's one thing in crypto that everyone doesn't even look at, is everyone just looks at the prices. You need to look at the market cap. So market cap wise right now, Solana is literally only 1/5 the size of Ethereum. So that means Solana right now, if it reaches Ethereum's level, would be at a little over $1,000. And Ethereum most likely is going to like 8 to 10K this cycle, so it's at least going to double. So if you take that into consideration for Solana then to reach Ethereum, and I think Solana could pass Ethereum eventually, Solana could be at $2,000 even this cycle potentially, and that would be literally a 10x from where it is right now. So that's why I'm telling you guys, if you can DCA and own up to 100 Solana coins, with 100 coins, if Solana ever reaches $10,000, which I do think it will, I'm going to talk about later in this video when I think that could be, you will be a millionaire. Literally a millionaire. 100 times 10,000 would be $1 million. And with the price so low, guys, buying into Ethereum right now, you're literally buying it at 5 times the price. And the way that Solana is working and it's growing, Solana has so much more room to grow. Solana is basically where Ethereum was last cycle. Remember, Ethereum ran from about $100 to over $4,000. Ethereum put in a 40x, and it's about to do another 2x this cycle, meaning that people bought Ethereum back then are literally doing an 80x with their returns as long as they've been holding the token. And I think the same thing's going to happen to Solana with the coin this cycle. And Solana started this cycle, even if I go back to look at the chart, it was very cheap. And Solana started this cycle literally at the bottom was under $10. So people that bought Solana under $10 literally already have a 22x with their return. And even buying now isn't that bad, guys, because like I said, it could still go to $5 to $10,000 in 5 to 10 years. Yes, it could take a little bit longer. It could even be quicker. But this cycle, I do think Solana is looking at least like a 5 to 10x return. And if you're someone that is looking to hold long term, if you want to hold this coin long term, like buying Bitcoin 10 years ago and holding Solana, buying it now and holding it for another 10 years, you're going to see great returns. And that's why I'm telling you guys, you only need 100 coins. And the third reason why Solana is better than Ethereum and why you want to hold 100 Solana tokens in 5 to 10 years to become a millionaire is that Solana is a US based crypto. And the importance of this is that US based crypto has the potential to have no taxes in the future. Yes, no capital gains taxes. This is something that President Trump wants to input on crypto, basically with Bitcoin and any other US based cryptocurrencies. So, being that Solana is a US based currency, in the future, if you're holding this coin, I could definitely see in 5 to 10 years, eventually, not just Bitcoin, but other US based cryptocurrencies having no capital gains tax in the United States. So, if you do become a millionaire, you're not going to be paying the 20% long term tax on capital gains. That's literally going to save you $200,000 potentially. So, this is a huge, huge ticker for Solana. And Ethereum is a Russian coin. So Ethereum is not US based. So, that's another reason why Solana is better than Ethereum, because if you are holding Ethereum, you hold it to $1 million. Guess what? You're paying capital gains tax on Ethereum. There is the potential for all cryptocurrencies in the US to have no capital gains tax, even if it's built in other countries like BNB or Ethereum that are not US based. Yes, there is a potential for that, but still, with everything going on in Solana, especially with the network fees and the gas fees for swapping on chain, you're still going to save a lot of money down the line with Solana. And like I said, it's just a 1/5 the size of Ethereum right now, has so much more room to grow. I think it's going to pass Ethereum, if not this cycle, probably not this cycle, but next cycle, I do think that there's even more potential for Solana to pass Ethereum. So Solana is your best bet right now, guys. And like I said, it's like buying Ethereum last cycle when it was under $1,000 and it ran up and did a 40x past $4,000, almost hitting $5,000. Solana is the coin that you want to start buying right now. If a Solana ETF gets approved, that's going to be even more bullish for it. There are so many good catalysts of Solana. The potential for Solana is just literally limitless in crypto. And like I said, it's just going to follow everything that has happened with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin already had its ETFs approved. Ethereum has its ETFs approved. I'm not sure if it actually started yet. So Solana is literally next in line to get that going. And to finish this video, guys, yes, I'm going to give you my price predictions and when Solana could hit these levels, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. But first of all, why I say 100 Solana coins. On 100 Solana coins, I do think is ideal, but even if you have 25, 50, 75 Solana coins, it'll be good in the future. But just for simple numbers, if you own 100 Solana tokens, right now, that would be $22,000 or $21,900. But if Solana hits $10,000, like I said, you will be a millionaire because 100 times 10,000 is 1 million. So even if Solana, let's say, guys, it's like 8 years from now, it is 2033, you DCA'd this cycle, you got 100 Solana tokens, and Solana's only at $5,000. Well, boohoo, you're not a millionaire. But guess what? You still have $500,000 in Solana, and you can decide for yourselves if you want to keep holding or if you want to sell and take some profit at that point. And like I said, even this cycle, potentially Solana will go to, I think, $1,000 to $2,000. So even if you have 100 SOL, that's literally $100 to $2,000. If that's a lot of money for you, take it out, because most likely what's going to happen is that in the bear market, Solana is going to drop down. So usually the previous all-time highs will be support for bear market. So that means, yes, if Solana does hit $1,000 to $2,000 this cycle, it'll most likely drop back to these all-time highs of around $250 to $300 in the bear market in a couple years. And that would be a good time to then DCA back into coins. So there's a lot that goes into this, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel because I do give a lot of information for videos and for the future in building a crypto portfolio just like this. So yes, DCA until you have 100 Solana tokens. Come back to this video in 10 years and let's see how this plays out, guys. Thank you for watching. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I have a free Discord in the link in the bio if you could join that. Ask me any questions. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.